continuing on that, some of the leadership lessons, the other thing that, at least for me personally, it worked great was making connections with the people. Right, you meet like customers, you meet sales, field and sales people, your partners, and then within the enterprise, you like within your product teams, you meet your adjacent product leaders. I think the most important thing is you have to focus on really building connections, deeper connections, and that really helps. Because it's like good deeds come back, right?
Mm.
So I've been very fortunate to be continuing to have the connections, and many of them have become like extended family members, and definitely that makes a huge difference. And every day when you come to work, you're part of a family.
Wow, that's amazing, and I have to say, challenging for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I meet so many people because they go into work, and this used to be me. Like, I don't have time to go to lunch because I'm here to work. I'm here to get stuff done. I'm here to produce, to execute. And so for most of my career, I would have lunch at my desk
Yeah.
because I was focused on getting work done. But what you're describing is building the quality of relationship where it actually feels like extended family. That's not just about doing work together. There's more to it than that. And it requires some deliberate allocation of your time and energy towards building those relationships. I'm curious, was that ever difficult? Was that ever like finding that balance between, oh man, I'm busy, I've got to get all this work done, and yet I want to build relationships? How do you think about holding both of those?
Yeah, I think it should be considered as part of your actual deliverables, right? It's like one of the deliverables, so building connections, right? And we used to have like a walk after lunch, or a coffee chat, a one-on-one walking session. So we created opportunities to have those personal connect, as a part of our regular day, right? And it's an important investment that you're making, even though you might be holding back on making that one particular design decision, or discussing about a business rule. But having those breakouts as a part of your working day really helps you get that connection. And then when you go back to that particular deliverable, or a design, or a discussion, the decisions are made very quick because you're already in sync with that person, right? So it does bring in a benefit at a later point where you can get things done faster because you've already established the vibes and the connection.
Yeah, it's the go slow to go fast, which,
Yeah.
um, I keep thinking about myself early in my career. I wanted to go fast to go fast. I didn't want to go slow to go fast, but so much of what you're talking about is just right on. Shyam, earlier today, I was in a conversation with someone. We were talking about influence.
Yes.
And so much, again, product management is about influence. It's about how are you influencing people. And there's a long-term influence and there's a short-term influence. I think a lot of what you're talking about is this long-term influence, which is relationship-based.
Yes.
Because when you have a good relationship with someone, you understand them, their priorities, they understand you and your priorities. There's trust between you. It's way easier to influence someone when you've got that kind of strong relationship that you're describing.
Yep.
And absent that, you're in this short-term influence kind of thing, which is honestly what we see on the internet most of the time, right? It's this like, I'm trying to grab your attention. I'm trying to get you to pay attention to this. I'm trying to put a little hook out there that grabs you. But it's you have to be much more manipulative is the word that comes to mind. I'm not sure that's quite the right word, but you've got to be more strategic and use all these little tools when you don't have that relationship. But that kind of long-term investment in relationship buys you the ability to work together effectively. And that's kind of what I'm hearing and what you're talking about.
Absolutely. And also there is a short-term angle, which I think, as I'm having this now and recent pet peeve of how the idea of a creator economy, the world of creator economy, like all the YouTubers of the world, I think that's the direction where I see an opportunity, even in internally and organizations. People have to become creators to create that short-term influence. Like, you might not have had that opportunity to build on that network or connection, but how you can put the hook through your creations in your network to instantly begin those connections, actually, right? So I see the future of especially in the product management community, where a lot of people out there and a lot of creative ideas out there, Becoming a creator, I think, is an important future aspiration for me. I want to spread that idea more to both my team as well as to the outside PM community.
Yeah. Well, so, that's part of what we're doing here. We're creating content and we're sharing ideas out in the world, but I know you do that as well. Tell us a little bit about how you think about that, and what is the message that you're wanting to create and bring out to the product management community?
Yeah, I think see what's happened is the attention span and people's ability to read longer content or listen to a longer content is kind of reducing. People are busy, and we need to create an impact in a very short span of time. That is one. Second thing is we're all getting into the remote working style a lot. People are in different time zones. It's the opportunity to work together, be in the same setting is also reducing. So how we can move things faster at the same time, accommodate these variations, right? So that's where becoming a creator, thinking like a YouTuber who creates like a 5-minute video on a content. I think thinking like that becomes an important aspect, and it can be a product idea, it can be a specific design that you want to articulate, or it could be a specific architectural idea that you want to articulate. It could be any of the work related content. You might want to convert them into a small short video. So towards that, we did experiment in the team. We gave like the team members 15 minutes challenge. Like, for example, hey, you have 15 minutes, you can bring any topic and you have to present on that topic for 15 minutes. And we recorded that as a video, as a live Zoom video. But the idea was how we can start developing the practice of thinking about an idea to convey that in a very short span of time. So,
I, so there's a lot about that I like, and I want to challenge you on one piece of it, because
yeah.
one of the things I know about you is you're a deep thinker. You do think about things quite a bit, and that gets reflected in your work product. And sometimes when you think about something deeply, you can summarize that into a short video, but sometimes it warrants a longer discussion. And I'm curious how you think about that. And I'm wondering if we're just catering to the whims of today's society, saying, "Oh, no one has a long attention span; they can't pay attention." And where is the space in there for actually going deep on something?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think you're actually going through the process of deep thinking in producing that short content, but it's merely a starting point, actually, right?
Hmm.
So you start with that kind of an initial hook, I would say, and then that should naturally, organically open up for more opportunities for a longer conversation. So it's not the end of the world. So what we are trying to say is, it just gives you the opportunity to start the conversation. So if imagine that this doesn't exist, it has to be a long format meeting, and you come there, there will be so many distractions happening, you might not be able to deliver or even have the opportunity to convey, actually. Versus something like this, hey, that idea that Shyam presented with that 5-minute video, let's talk about that. So it creates more opportunities, more scenarios for a long format discussion.
Yeah. Well, so one of the things that I just want to mention, and you can comment on this, is I love your innovation about how to bring this into the workplace. Because I know one of the things you've experimented with is sharing with your team a little video like that, like a short form video saying, "Hey, this is what's going on. These are the initiatives. This is the latest updates." I think that's so novel, really, from what I understand, because I don't see a lot of people doing that. They're more likely to have a meeting or send a memo, and you're doing it in video.
Yeah, absolutely. Because my team is all spread all over the world, and we have the community of engineers and PMs spread across. So the idea was how, as a leadership team sitting in US, we can communicate with the flesh and blood, to everyone, right? So that thought idea kind of became this short video idea where every new announcement that we want to make, at least we should make a short video of that announcement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good. Shyam, thank you so much. This has been just a great conversation. I feel like we've covered a whole range of things, range of topics. And one of the ones that just stands out to me is that, one of the primary roles of a product manager is community building.
Yes.
And investing in that. And that can be as important and a huge enabler for the deliverables that you have to produce.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, this has been a wonderful conversation. Thank you so much. I know you're doing some things also as a creator. How can people find you and connect with you and the work that you're doing?
Absolutely. So of course, my LinkedIn is open, so feel free to reach out. And I also started a YouTube channel where I started building episodes around my own PM stories, my career journey, and some of the lessons I learned. And I'm looking forward for more collaboration in that space. So happy to explore more with the PM community at large.
Excellent. Awesome. So reach out to Shyam, make a connection, check out his YouTube channel, and keep advancing forward. It's all about leadership, leading yourself, leading other people, whether you're an individual contributor or you have a team working for you, it's all leadership. Shyam, thank you so much for this conversation. It was wonderful.